What are some of the worst financial mistakes I see people in their early 20s make? Let's talk about it. They buy too much car in relation to their income. If your car equals more than 50% of your income after taxes annually, you're going to have a really hard time building wealth. They add a shit ton of high interest debt to their life very, very quickly, usually from credit cards, buying shit they don't need with money that they didn't have. Shopping addictions. It's so bad in our generation. Online shopping and how easy Amazon and other companies make it to hit the button and actually check out. They make it as frictionless as possible, so people will just spend themselves into the dirt. Number 4, eating out too much. People simply eat out too much, and it's a huge issue because they could save a lot more money if they would just cook at home. Eating out is entertainment. You are not doing it to fill your belly. Getting delivered food too often. So many people in my generation order delivered food every single day, and they're paying at least 2, sometimes 3, 4 times what that food actually costs if they just simply made it at home. Sometimes even more than that. Not negotiating for pay raises, and when you initially start your job. Every professional job I've ever taken, I have negotiated and ended up with a higher pay than I would have received had I not negotiated. They have kids and pets too young. You shouldn't have kids until you can take care of yourself, and you shouldn't have pets until you can take care of yourself. People getting dogs in college actually makes me pretty sad how most of those dogs are treated, being left in their cage all the damn time. And when young professionals enter the workforce, it's not going to be much better for that dog either. Most people either rent too large of a space or buy too large of a house. They get right to the max of whatever they feel like they can afford, giving themselves virtually no margin in their lives. And the problem with that plan is it's not if, it's when something's going to go wrong financially. So a lot of times it puts them in a bad place when something else goes wrong in their life. Not investing. So many people don't invest. They act as if the future version of themselves will not even exist one day. They don't invest for themselves, and they leave themselves in a bad place financially as they're nearing what should be their retirement. Not budgeting. Most people just spend money. They have no idea what's going where, and they just don't even look back at what they spend to optimize anything at all. They don't budget, and they spend a shit ton more as a result of it on things that make them less happy and are less optimized compared to if they just budgeted and looked at what they were spending each month. Marrying the wrong person. This is one of the single biggest things on this list, if not number 1. If you marry the wrong person, your life is going to be agony. I actually recommend that people never get married legally because it's no different than a business partnership or anything else like that. You're literally saying, I agree to be legally tied to you and every other future version of you for the end of time. Accepting dead-end jobs or not looking for something better for themselves. They panic sell when the market starts to go down. The only person that gets hurt on a roller coaster ride is the person that jumps off. Don't jump off. Investing in options, day trading, and really doing any other form of very high-risk trading activity. They're going to lose almost every time over the course of a year. It's something like more than 90% of day traders. It's honestly even higher than that, I believe. I think it's like 98% of day traders or something. Tell me in the comments if you know. Lose money over the course of a year. You're not going to win statistically trading options for a year or day trading for a year. Fucking with gambling/prediction markets websites. Gambling websites and predictions markets websites are not designed for you to win. They're designed to extract as much money from you as possible, as quickly as possible. Co-signing for the wrong person. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Not paying their taxes. When you don't pay your taxes and the IRS finds out about it, you're going to owe interest, penalties, and fees. So basically, you're going to get fucked. Don't not pay your taxes. Cashing out retirement accounts too early. People are quick to cash out retirement accounts when something goes wrong in their life rather than weather the storm in other ways. Really, they should be trying to minimize their spending, cut costs anywhere they can, and get another high-paying job as quickly as possible so they don't have to ever cash out a retirement account. You do not want to do it early. Ignoring insurance needs. Maybe they don't have pet insurance and something bad happens to their pet that they can't afford. Maybe they don't have life insurance and a young member of the couple passes away and the other member is financially strained as a result of that. Most young people do not have adequate insurance, and they should really consider getting adequate insurance. Paying for status symbols / to impress others. If you're doing this regularly, it's going to greatly hinder your ability to build wealth. Doing lots of high risk, low reward things like cliff jumping is an example of something I used to do but no longer do now that my frontal lobe has fully developed, if that's even true. I've gotten older and I've realized the actual risk associated with it and that there's really not that much reward. Yes, it's fun. Yes, there's some adrenaline, but young people participating in these activities completely can ruin their financial future or ruin their bodies beyond repair from one mistake, and some stuff just simply isn't worth it. It's by no means a comprehensive list, but just several things that I thought of. If you're avoiding all of these though and more, you're probably on a great path to build great wealth by the end of your life. Follow along for more financial planning content. Thanks.